time. It's clear to see that I'm...
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Please welcome your defending NFC East champion, Philadelphia Eagles.
On the Cowboys sideline, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. A moment he will remember forever. His first game as a head coach in the National Football League. His counterpart on the Eagles sideline, Nick Sirianni. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The first of 272 games in the regular season. Buckle up. The Cowboys, the Eagles, underway to begin 2025. It takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 6-year cornerback.
All right, I know it's something that every team says every season, but they genuinely believe that this is their year, and having him at quarterback is a big part of that. They think he's poised for a huge season and can really be the type of player that brings out the best of each weapon that they have on this offense. Behind that type of performance, their goals are high. They envision a lot of wins and finishing among the league's best on their side of the ball.
First down, Cowboys.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on to contact. Brings up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Inside handoff, Smith. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
Looking to throw. Rush. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30.
And the Cowboys first down.
They'll try to bootleg with Rush. And this one complete to Smith. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
After 24-yard line.
Rush working from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bryant. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They set up the screen to Dorsett. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Smith trying to run for it. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Out of the shotgun, rush. And it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Dowdle will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
60.
Throwing, Vick. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Vick. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Really hard to imagine a quarterback like this being available in a trade. What an impact he's going to have.
No doubt about it. And all teams are looking for leadership from that spot, and this guy provides it.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Purple 80. Hawk 70, Hawk.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Come on, come on. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Vick to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Up the middle to Davis. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Vick's going to change the play. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. Still 2nd down. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Let's go. 79 Broncos. Cowboys.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. To Barkley on the check down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
Vic readies to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Tucker Kraft, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point attempt to come here. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Over the middle, complete. Brad Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Now he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Rush. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. A gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down.
They go play action with Rush. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw again. This little short throw to Witten. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Well, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They're going for it. Rush. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
16, 18, Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Now here's Vic. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready?
Vic now. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Second and 11 now.
Brings up second and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Vic. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
18 Rattler. Go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Hawk 70, Hawk 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates. Ready?
Fourth down, Vic. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Play fake. Here's Rush. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. Now a second and 10. Now Rush. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw is Rush. In trouble, and he's taken down. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
60 back. Ready? Hawk 70, Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Here's Vic. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they have the football. It will They'll set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Smith running right. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Rush to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rush. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Rush working from the gun. This little short throw to Witten. So the completion good for 7 there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Throwing here, Rush. Touchdown! Mike Barton. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Aubrey good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Eagles 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Vick. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Vick. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
79 Brook. Here we go. 60 Vikings, 19 Lions, 70 Rangers.
Again, it's Vick. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling.
18, right here.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Mustang 19.
To throw, Vick. Back to the same target, Campbell. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Stop striking. 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go.
Vic to throw it. Touchdown, Eagles. John Ross, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Back to throw, Rush. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Rush. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun, Rush. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A gain of 7.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Bronco 80. 19 Lions.
Vic readies to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
They'll try to throw it here. Vic. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 36. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 36. Throwing, Vic. Over the middle, he gets it to Owens. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
16 more yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
19 tight. Get it. 70 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Viking 18. Trap 60. Trap 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Go.
Now here's Vic. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A big loss there of about 7 yards on first and goal, so now it's second down.
Let's go now. 60 Vice.
Now he'll and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Their mobile, agile quarterback with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
17.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to, and I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And they're going to speed things up here.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the Cowboys' 30-yard line.
19 Lions.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Vick. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Vick and the offense staying put. They'll go for it on 4th.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Mustang 19. 79 Broncos. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Hunter.
They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Cup 19. Cup 19. 18. Pioneer. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Vick now. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Set. Like Warriors 70. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Looking to throw. Vick. And his throw here's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
60, 70 Timberwolves. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Vick to throw on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Cougar 19.
On 2nd and 9, Vick. Now he's going to step, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up the touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win, and the defense is caught him.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
First down, Cowboys.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Now Rush. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. To throw is Rush. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. A gain there of 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Rush to throw. This is a short throw to Witten. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 35-yard line.
Rush. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19.
That's another Cowboys first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Dallas.
Rush working from the gun. And he lost the football. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Throwing here, Rush. Over the middle, gets it to Bryant. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Vick. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
70 Rangers. 19 Lions. Mustang 19. Ready.
To throw, Vick. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Ready.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Cougar 19. 60 Maverick. 60.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll try and do this himself. Able to slither by. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Vick, who's going to change things up. Barkley, inside handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Come on, come on. Set. Panther 60. 79 Broncos. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Vick to throw it. That one caught. Owens with it. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
Ready.
And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Up the middle with Barkley. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At the 14-yard line.
Trap 50. Trap 50. Go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got it. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Okay, break.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Dragon 60. 70 Timberwolf. BCB. Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Vick. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Eagles are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there that makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Point after up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Looking to put a drive together. Back to throw, rush. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They'll come up now on second down. Now the shotgun rush. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Bryant. He's got it. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw. Rush. Smith catches left side. Now 2nd down and a few inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 13-yard line.
Now Rush. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Here now, 2nd and goal.
10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
Here's Rush. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw. And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Calling a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal. They're going for it. Rush. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
It's a turnover on down.
Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
And that should do it. He's got a 1st down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. 41 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Ready, go!
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run 1st down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Philadelphia, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.